Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. If you're watching this video, then you must be planning your next trip to Meghalaya. Meghalaya is truly a paradise for nature lovers and explorers. We did a road trip from Bangalore to Meghalaya and explored the places in and around Shillong. In this video, we will cover all these topics. Before getting into the details, let's understand where Meghalaya is. Meghalaya is in northeast India and shares its borders with Assam to the north and Bangladesh to the south. It's a land of misty hills, waterfalls and natural wonders. Meghalaya is divided into three regions: Kashi Hills, Jaintia Hills and Garo Hills, with most attractions in Kashi and Jaintia Hills. Let's start with best time to travel. Meghalaya offers all seasons and it can be visited throughout the year. But the best time to visit is September to October, right after the monsoon, when the surroundings are lush green, the air is fresh and the sky is clear. And March to May offers pleasant weather and beautiful landscapes to explore and for adventure. November to February is when it is cold, and if you enjoy cold weather, visit during winter. We visited in November and the climate was pleasant during the day and chilly at night. Next topic, how to reach Meghalaya. To get to Meghalaya, you first need to reach Guwahati, the nearest major city. There are various options to travel to Meghalaya. There are direct and connecting flights available to Guwahati. From there, you can book a cab to Shillong, which is approximately 3-hour drive. The other option is to take a train journey to Guwahati railway station and hire a taxi to Shillong. Shillong is the capital of Meghalaya. So first you can reach Shillong and then explore other places from there. We took a road trip from Bangalore through alternate route, as we wanted to visit Varanasi. You can check our road trip video in our channel. Next topic is accommodation. Shillong has a wide range of accommodation options to fit any budget. You can choose from luxury hotels, mid-range hotels, Airbnbs and hostels. We stayed at the Loft, Courtyard Marriott and Joyous Room during our trip. The Loft offers a charming boutique experience located in Shillong's vibrant culture. The best part is it has ample parking space, which is a big plus, and their cafe serves great food, making it a perfect place to relax. Courtyard Marriott, on the other hand, provides a classic and luxurious stay, conveniently located near Police Bazaar, which is Shillong's main market. This hotel features beautifully designed rooms with great views, along with excellent dining options including a multi-cuisine restaurant. We also stayed at Joyous Room in Cherrapunji, which is right on the highway. A great stopover for 1 or 2 nights while traveling to Cherrapunji. It's a convenient choice for those looking for a comfortable stay during their journey. Next, we come to the most important topic, that's itinerary. To explore the region properly, a minimum of 5 days is required, but 7 days is ideal. considering it's a hill station where traveling between places takes time. We have curated 7-day itinerary to help you make most of your trip. Day 1, land in Guwahati and book a taxi to Shillong. Stop at Umiam Lake for a scenic view. Umiam Lake is located about 15 km before reaching Shillong. It is a stunning reservoir surrounded by lush green hills. Later in the afternoon, explore Shillong and its charming attractions. Start with a visit to Wards Lake, a beautiful man-made lake located in the heart of Shillong. You can enjoy a peaceful boat ride or take leisurely walk around the lake. If time permits, head to Lady Haidari Park and Gothic-style church Cathedral of Mary Help. In the evening, visit Police Bazaar, Shillong's busiest market, where you can shop for traditional Kashi handcrafts, trendy clothes and souvenirs. When you are in Police Bazaar, one of the must thing to do is buy jackets. The jackets are so lovely, and that too in this shop. I'm buying here 2 jackets and it is really good. The collections are very good. I am not sure if there is any you have a number or something?
First shop only is from down, nah?
Yeah, it's just your first shop when you come down. And what a coincidence. I visited here, right, this shop, and I got to know she is born in Mysore and she knows Kannada as well. Do you want to say something?
Nam Karnataka Anna Adke Yelek Anna Adke Akka like Namaskar.
Oh, so sweet. So, ee shop ge
long time Shillong irತಿದ್ಲವಾ
ಸೊ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಂದ ಶಿಲಾಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಮರ್ತೋಗಿದೆ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮುಂಚೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. That's nice. Don't forget to try the local street food, as this vibrant marketplace is perfect spot to experience the authentic culture and flavors of Shillong. Day 2, start your day early around 6 a.m. for a full day trip from Shillong. Begin with a visit to Mawlong, recognized as Asia's cleanest village. The village is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and is known for its beautifully maintained flower-lined pathways and charming bamboo houses. It's a beautiful village. It's basically a village where people stay here. So local here have opened a lot of restaurants and even homestays. Many homestays are there. In case if you have more time in Meghalaya, you can come here, stay for a day, just enjoy the nature. It offers a perfect opportunity to experience rural Kasi culture while taking a peaceful walk through its well-kept surroundings. A short 10-minute drive from Mawlong takes you to the Living Root Bridge, which is open from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. The next place we are here is the Living Root Bridge. In case if you cannot go to this double-decker bridge, then you can visit this place because there is not much of hiking. It's just a 5 or 10 minutes of hiking and then you will reach this beautiful Living Root Bridge. This unique natural bridge is crafted by Kasi people by guiding the roots of rubber trees to form a steady footbridge. The walk to the bridge is short but requires some effort, making it an exciting experience for nature lovers. From there, you can drive to Dauki, which is about 30 to 40 minute journey. The Umgot River in Dauki is known for its crystal clear waters, where a boat ride creates the illusion of floating on air. Boat rates are available from 8 am to 5 pm with a cost of approximately 500 INR per person. Besides boating, visitors can enjoy rafting and cliff jumping.
Cliff jumping was so amazing. Initially I was really scared, but then once I did first jump, right, it was like really good. So if you are coming here, make sure you do this. That adrenaline rush is like amazing.
If time permits, an overnight stay in a riverside tent is a great way to extend the experience. If not, then you can return back to Shillong for the night stay. Day 3, check out from your stay in Shillong and start early for a 2-hour drive to Cherrapunji. You can book one night stay here to fully experience its natural beauty. Cherrapunji is known for receiving the highest rainfall in India, and it's a paradise for nature lovers. Surrounded by waterfalls, caves and lush landscapes, it offers breathtaking views at every turn. Along the way, you will come across several waterfalls, each adding to the scenic drive. Begin with a visit to Langsikar Waterfalls, a stunning waterfalls that serves as a perfect backdrop for photography and peaceful nature walks.
So once we enter here, there are 3 ways. One is to the top of the falls and the other one is to the bottom of the falls, and this side is to the cave.
Next, head to Prut Falls, a lesser known but equally mesmerizing waterfalls, surrounded by lush greenery. Continue to Nokkalikai Falls, the tallest plunge waterfall in India. With its emerald green pool at the base and mist-covered surroundings, this is one of the most breathtaking sights in Cherrapunji.
We are at the viewpoint of Nokkalikai waterfalls. From here, the waterfalls looks really good. We are here at morning 8 o'clock, so not even any one of the shops is opened here. So the entry fee for this place is 100 rupees. You can also truck and go down all the way. It takes around 30 minutes. The starting point of the trucking is just before the entry.
Make your way to the Seven Sister Waterfalls, a spectacular sight especially during the monsoon season when the water flow is at its peak.
So this is Seven Sister Waterfalls, but it is all dried up. Otherwise, I'm sure this place will look beautiful. We can see like small falls like very far. I'm not sure that we can see it in the camera.
Explore the Mosovi Caves, a stunning limestone cave. This cave is naturally sculpted caves and it's a fascinating experience. Visit Orwa Caves, offering panoramic views of the surrounding valleys, along with the chance to explore more hidden caves and unique natural landscapes.
Compared to the previous cave, this cave is much easier to walk inside because it's not narrow and also you don't feel claustrophobic inside. So if you're coming along with your elder people or along with your family, you can easily come inside.
After exploring all these incredible sights, stay overnight in Cherrapunji to enjoy the peaceful atmosphere of this beautiful hill town. Day 4, start early for the double-decker leaving route bridge trek in Nongriad village.
In Cherrapunji, you can also visit double-decker bridge. So this takes almost one complete day because you have to trek almost 3 to 4 hours and go down, and then you're gonna spend like 3-4 hours there and then coming back 3-4 hours. So we are not going this time because we visited last time there. So when you're going on the way, you get to see many waterfalls, Rainbow Waterfalls, Blue Lagoon Waterfalls, and there are many small waterfalls. So make sure you add one day for double decker bridge.
Day 5, plan to come back to Shillong and visit these places on your way. Mawlong Sacred Forest, Lathlum Canyons, which offers breathtaking views of the deep canyons and valleys below. Then visit Elephant Falls, which is known for its 3-tiered cascading water, and it's a great place for visitors to experience Meghalaya's natural beauty. Next 3 days, plan to stay in Shillong. On day 6, explore Jaintia Hills and visit these places. Krongsuri Waterfalls, which is a stunning waterfall. Narthiang Monoliths, which is a home to several monoliths. Then end your day by enjoying local cuisine for dinner and return to Shillong for the night. On day 7, relax, shop and visit places that you have missed in Shillong. If you are interested, you can visit Don Bosco Museum, Air Force Museum and Shillong Peak. Later, depart for Guwahati and catch your flight or train. Next topic is transportation. Once you reach Shillong, you have several transportation options to explore the city and nearby destinations. Hiring a private taxi is a convenient choice offering comfort and flexibility. The cost ranges from 3,000 to 5,000 per day, depending on the destination and season. For those who enjoy road trips, a self-drive car is a great option, allowing you to travel at your own pace while experiencing the scenic routes of Meghalaya. For budget travelers, shared sumos and local cabs are readily available from Polis Bazaar. These are affordable and widely used by locals for intercity travel. You can check out the contact details of cab services in the description. Next is my favorite topic, that's food. When in Shillong, don't miss the chance to try authentic Kashi cuisine. Some must-try dishes include jado, a flavorful combination of rice and meat. Tungri Mabai, a traditional dish made with fermented soya beans. And Doniyong, a rich and aromatic pork curry. Apart from Kasi food, make sure to try momos, which are the best that you will find in India. Another street food favorite is jalmuri, a spicy and flavorful puffed rice snack that is perfect for quick bite. Here are some popular cafes and restaurants to check out. Next topic is expenses. Here are the approximate expenses in INR for 2 people for 1 week, excluding flights or train. Accommodation cost is around 1,000 to 5,000 per night. This varies based on hotel choice. Food is around 1,000 to 2,500 per meal, depending on the restaurant and cuisine. Transport is around 3,000 to 5,000 per day for private cabs. Activities and entry fee is 2,000 to 3,000 for sightseeing and attractions. Few things to carry when you are traveling. Warm clothes, especially in winter. Raincoat or umbrella, because weather can change suddenly. Comfortable trekking shoes. Sunscreen, sunglasses and power bank. Hope this video helps in planning your Meghalaya trip. If you found this useful, like, share and subscribe to our channel for travel guides. Thank you.